Welcome back to BLCVikings.com and Bethany Sports Beat. An opportunity now to bring to you a brand new coach on our coaching staff here at Bethany. Hired earlier in the summer, but it's our first opportunity to get him in front of you. Although, as far as if you're a softball fan, certainly here in southern Minnesota, this is a pretty familiar name and a pretty familiar face. Dan Nessler joining the staff. And first of all, welcome aboard, Coach Nessler. You've had the opportunity to be around us all summer, but obviously here with the onset of school, you haven't even had the chance to meet with the girls. But your summer, a lot of things going on. You've come in with a lot of new ideas. You've already had a camp. You're looking at clinics, team camps, and stuff like that as well. How's the transition been from your perspective as far as not necessarily working with the team directly, but just getting stuff set to go and putting your stamp on what Bethany softball will become?
Well, first of all, thank you. It's great to be here. And yeah, it's been busy, a learning curve, trying to figure everything out, working on things from schedule to camps to supplies and all that. So trying to get a handle on it. One of the biggest things I think too was putting together a coaching staff, and I'm really excited about the way that's come together. So yeah, working away, and we will definitely be putting our stamp on the program.
You, of course, come in with a long history, a lot of success as a player and a coach, not only locally, but certainly even on the national level. But you mentioned a coaching staff. You have a lot of accolades on your resume, but actually to some degree, as you look at the coaching staff, put those together, they almost outshine you. You brought a lot of talent together here, a lot of people who have a lot of connections in terms of the local softball community. I would imagine for you, it really early on, it appeared to be you wanted to associate yourself with people who knew the area and knew success.
No doubt about it, and I'm excited beyond belief with the staff. When I first got the job, if I could have said, this is my ideal staff, I hope I can get them, that's what came together. When you look at Eric Lewis coming from LeSueur Henderson High School, 17 years a head coach, been to the state tournament 3 years in a row, had some star players with Carly Brandt, who's going to go play at the University of Minnesota. He just knows how to coach. He knows how to handle players. He's analytical. He's got a temperament that is very calming and is a teacher, and I'm excited for that. I look at Ashley Hanley, maiden name Ashley Gettle, went to Mankato West, played softball, very successful, couple state tournaments under her belt. I believe they got second 1 year, her senior year, but then went on to play at River Falls, played D3 softball, was an All-American, an academic All-American. Just a high-quality person that has played Division III softball, and that's going to go a long ways in our coaching staff. The latest one we added, Brent Meschke. Brent just graduated from South Dakota State, but he was a 4-year volunteer assistant at South Dakota State, and he plays men's fast-pitch softball right now. Just recently won a national championship here at Caswell Park and was the MVP pitcher. So he's going to bring some things, a couple things. Number one, being able to help teach. Number two, being able to pitch so he can throw batting practice, live batting practice to our players every day as a 21-year-old. And, at South Dakota State, he said he would throw 300 pitches in a day 3 times a week. That's huge for us as we start trying to lay the foundation of where is Bethany softball going to go.
Some people might ask, again, a guy, your position in life, accomplished a lot. You've never been a collegiate coach, but you coached a lot of different levels. Why Bethany? Why at this stage in your life you take on the challenge of coming here and coaching collegiate softball?
Well, I've had it in my mind, for quite a few years that I thought that it would be something I could do. I'm self-employed, work from my home, and I thought that I could take this on. It's a challenge. I think Bethany has so much to offer. I'm from this area, from St. James. I went to MSU Mankato, played baseball for Dean Boyer. But I look at Bethany, and Mankato's a great community to recruit into, number one. Bethany is a great institution, number two. I think that there is a lot of upside here. With our current athletes, and as we go out and start recruiting new student athletes, I think the upside is real high. I think that we can eventually compete in the conference. I think we can eventually compete in the region. And my hope is that eventually we compete higher than that.
final question for you, and you haven't had a chance really to even meet with the team yet, and of course softball being a spring sport, you're going to have an opportunity, which is maybe nice from the standpoint you're not just going to be thrown into it right away, but you do have the benefit of the fall non-traditional season where you get to work with the athletes for about 4 weeks. What are your goals as you move into this fall season here so that you can kind of prepare yourself so you can get off to more of a running start when things get going after January?
Yeah, we're going to have next week, we've got the NCAA and medical forms meetings, so we'll get to meet some of the girls there that we haven't at least been able to say hi to. And then we're going to have a team meeting just to introduce our coaching staff. And really, it's not going to be a long meeting, but it's going to be, we really feel we need to lay the foundation of what this staff wants to bring. Academic excellence, work ethic, and building towards an ultimate goal of where we want to get to. And we know we can't get there right away. We know we're not going to get there this year or maybe even next year. But we're going to start taking those steps, and we're going to walk step by step to the ultimate goal of where we want to be. And that's being great student athletes and a program that people want to be associated with, and a program where people want to be here because Bethany softball is going to be one of the elite programs in the region. And that's where we want to get to. So we're going to just start laying the foundation, whether that be academics, whether that be in the weight room, whether that be at practice and how we run our practice. We're just going to start laying the foundation of what Bethany softball is now moving forward.
All right, and this is the guy to set that foundation. Again, Dan Nessler, Don Westfall, Director of Athletics here. We're talking softball on the Bethany Sports Beat.